Hey Nikki, I'll try to make this quick 'cause my daughter should be here any minute and I have to take care of her for the evening. But yeah, dude, this is a really cool game. In my letter, don't take any kind of criticisms harshly or whatever. I had no idea you had made this game before, and it just kind of I just presented it to me, and I think that this could be something really cool. But I think it would be more adaptable to mobile now. That could be a problem as far as screen resolution goes, and I just, it might be a pain in the butt to get all that resolution going. I don't know how much of this game you want me to like. If you wanted to send me the file and I could work on it, or if you think that that's me overstepping my boundaries. I don't know exactly what you want me to do with this, but like I said in the letter, I did have a couple. I spent a very short amount of time playing the game, and I did have a couple of hard crashes, and then I did have that glitch where the hero character was dead and the game kept playing. So obviously it seems like there's a couple of things that need to be polished up before the game. I mean, it seems like the game is coded really smoothly. It seems like it's polished up good. So I don't know, those quick errors might just be some quick fixes. Again, I don't know, that I haven't seen the game. I haven't touched, messed around in the code, so I really couldn't help you with that. And if this is something that you want to look at after we get into Humanoid Space Race, or if it's something that you want to do on your own time, we can work out something as far as publishing it. But I really think it'd be a cool game for mobile. Right off of the bat, I think we need a tutorial, an in-game tutorial. Would be really cool, instead of just the I mean, actually I think that this is actually really good. You do a pretty good job doing the controls to the player, but showing them is obviously the best way to do it, I think, and I think I'm getting better at that as I go on too as well. So but like I was saying, I think that this should be more of a twitchy. Like, you see how down here I'm moving very slowly. Like, I feel like if this was mobile, it could be like swipe left, like, see how fast he's moving. Like, it's actually kind of moving in columns, but I feel like the player should be completely inhibited to where my mouse is. It should be column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. So just 4 columns. And so just picture if you're playing on mobile, you could be swiping left, and the movement could like maybe almost quadruple really fast. Also, too, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm reading 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different animations to match up. I probably would say, maybe even decreasing that to a total of 3. And then also the quota right here, I would cut that almost in half at least to start, just to give the player the sense of success. And again, man, this is me just, this is your game. You do whatever you want with it. If, you have presented it to me and said that you wanted me to take a look at it and whether or not I'd want to publish it under Decaf Panda Games. So like I said, you can publish it however. If you want to publish it, that's fine. But if I wanted to take the game, if you wanted me to actually have it, I probably would want to change a couple of things. And I really think, like, as far as the screen resolution I'm looking at, if we did it on mobile, I would imagine you probably just did this at 640 by 480. Or 480 by 640, like the standard flash size. I don't know how much of a pain in the butt it would be, but I really like it. And actually, I remember you had done this art. You had showed me a long time ago, if you remember, when you hit me up out of the blue when I was doing Save to Kill and actually asked me if I had ever found an artist for doing it. You had shown me a screenshot of this game, so it's actually cool to see this game in action, and it's really cool. I really like the animations. I don't imagine all of this stuff is him just changing animation frames, and I really like it. But like I said, if we turned it into more of just a very quick, twitchy, like back and forth column, almost on rails thing, swipe left, swipe right, and do a flash version, of course, too, because I think it'd be easy. The press right, press left, so he's always in line with it. And then if the player only had 3 animations, like right now, I've got to like cycle through this. I'm like thinking about cycling through. If the player only had to worry about 3, and here's that glitch. Oh no, never mind, it's not the glitch. But I did have that glitch where I finished the level and I couldn't proceed because it just kept playing, but my hero was dead, and I couldn't. There's no like button on here to exit or restart. But like if you only had 3 to worry about, it could just be like 1, 2, 3. So the player would get kind of used to the 3 different animations that he had to match up, and it wouldn't be a big deal. So if that was on swipe up, so if he was swiping up, and then just tapping the screen to shoot out the bullet, that would be, I think, a bit more of like a fun, frantic thing, and if we decrease the quotas, the player would be increasing and going. I don't know how many levels are actually in this game, and I want to play it a little bit more. I really like that little explosion effect you've got, and this is very charming, a very charming, really cool game. I like the retro feel here. I really do like a lot about this. Also here, this continue screen, I guess you press left or right. I don't know how to continue. I was pressing enter and space. I was trying to click on something. This is where I got the hard crash. So let's see if I get a hard crash here. Oh, hard crash. I press space, null object reference. I don't know if even I'm still recording, but I'm getting a null object reference right now, crash. I can dismiss all. I don't even know if I'm still recording, but so when you press space bar at the game over screen, you get a crash. And then it seems like I can't go any further. I guess you'd either have to just exit out. So, obviously that's got to get addressed. But yeah, man, I really feel like if we could get, if you got, like I said, I don't know if you wanted me to look at the code or the stuff that you would work on. This is your game, this isn't my game. You presenting it to me, wanting to publish it under Decap Panda Games is really great, and I'm flattered. I think making a couple of these adjustments could make the game really, really fun. And like I said, just imagine it on a mobile with a portrait, on portrait mode, swiping left and right really, really fast, and then decreasing the quotas so the player levels up and gets to the next level quicker and quicker, and then only really has to think about 3 different animations. So they're swiping left, swiping right, swiping, getting the animation correct, and then tapping the, because I found myself not lining myself up right. And one thing that I really found about this game that not bothered me, but I found a little annoying, was I was trying to move left and right and switch animation frames, pressing the up button to match it, and that I wasn't able to do that. Now if you put it on rails and put it in the columns 1 2 3 1 2 3, that'll take that whole thing away, because the player won't be able to move left and right and switch column or switch animations at the same time. I just feel like simplifying the game and making it faster and decreasing the quotas to get them to the next levels, and then I want to actually really sit down and get into this to see how difficult the game gets. But you could, since the player will be increasing the amount of levels they're earning faster, that the enemy characters can be coming at him quicker, and all that kind of stuff. So take it for what it is. You don't have to listen to anything I'm saying at all. You can publish the game yourself. Do whatever you want to, but that's just kind of what I was thinking about this. And let me know how you want to go forward. This is something, if you wanted to really look at it, we could do it after Humanoid Space Race. If you wanted to publish it yourself, you can work on it whenever you want, man, and publish it yourself. That's 100% fine. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this, because it's a really cool